What would you do if your entire building was suddenly sealed shut with mysterious bricks, cutting you off from the world? No exit, no signal, no escape. Welcome to Brick 2025, a gripping sci-fi thriller that dives into the terrifying unknown, where technology, paranoia, and survival collide. The story begins with Tim, a game developer, who's deep in a serious work meeting from home. Suddenly, the internet cuts out. Frustrated, Tim's thoughts drift to memories of his wife, her pregnancy, the hospital, and the pain of losing their unborn child. Just then, his wife returns home unexpectedly. Tim is nervous. Together, they go downstairs and speak with the building manager, who mentions that renovations are nearly finished and the building's outer coverings will soon be removed. As they chat, a helicopter flies overhead. The manager mentions a large fire in the port area. Later, Tim's wife shows him her old car, just repaired, and they share pizza. She suggests they finally go to Paris, start fresh, and move on from their painful past. But Tim hesitates, tied to his job. That night, both lie awake, his wife silently crying beside him. The next morning, she decides to leave him, suitcase in hand. But when she opens the front door, it's blocked by solid, strange bricks. Every window, every possible exit, completely sealed off. She suspects Tim at first, but he's just as confused. Their phones have no signal, Wi-Fi is dead, and even trying to drill through the bricks proves useless. Suddenly, they hear screams from a neighboring unit. Tim and his wife create a hole in the wall and discover another trapped couple, Marvin and his wife, who had rented the apartment for a night. They're terrified and stuck too. The group begins to realize they're all prisoners inside a high-tech trap. Tim notices that his broken phone chip sticks to the bricks. He deduces the wall is magnetic. They experiment with metal objects, but when a concentrated magnetic zone triggers the metals to fly and injure Tim, it becomes clear this isn't ordinary material. It's something far more advanced. Their situation becomes more disturbing. Water is cut off. A man from another unit, an elderly neighbor, pulls a gun when approached, refusing to share supplies. Only his granddaughter convinces him to join their escape plan. Later, they discover hidden surveillance cameras in their walls. Someone has been watching them. All signs point to the building manager, but when they break into his room, they find him gruesomely murdered, hands severed. Tensions rise. Yuri, a man claiming to be visiting a friend in the building, suddenly appears. He speaks cryptically, insisting the bricks are a defense mechanism meant to protect them from the outside. But his behavior becomes erratic. Eventually, they uncover that Yuri's friend was a developer working on nanotech-based defense systems for a tech company located in the same area where the massive fire broke out. His research, now destroyed, might have held the key to escaping. Yuri claims his friend died of natural causes, but evidence later reveals Yuri strangled him. The group begins to suspect. The entire building has been encased in a defensive nanotech shell that activates in crisis, trapping everyone inside. Using clues from the broken devices and old research, Tim restores a prototype app that uses phone flashes to disrupt the brick wall's electromagnetic lock system. They try it. The walls start to shift, but during the test, Marvin's wife is tragically pulled into the bricks. Only half her body remains. Devastated, Marvin kills Yuri and takes his own life in despair. Now only Tim and his wife are left. Despite everything, they decide to keep going. Using the app, they find the correct light sequence to open a tunnel. But Yuri, still alive, attacks again. A final confrontation ensues. Tim's wife kills Yuri with a hammer, saving Tim. The couple escapes through the tunnel, only to find the entire city is sealed under the same mysterious brick walls. They get into their car and drive toward Paris. As they leave, a radio broadcast reveals the truth. The fire at the port activated an experimental defense system developed by a nanotech company. The city is now trapped in a self-contained security shell, and the only way out is to shut the system down completely. The film ends, but the mystery is just beginning.